how elusive happiness seems, or how easy, because if you think about it, a coffee with your best friend can be the most absolute happiness, or an impromptu trip to Lisbon, or a date with your crush, but perhaps these are moments of happiness and not a happy life. To achieve a happy life, we can ask experts for help. In this case, Harvard University is the one that has given us the key to be happy with some habits that are not difficult to implement in our daily lives. According to the Harvard study of adult development that began in the 30s, there are certain habits that will make us as adults live healthier and happier. And surprise, none of them have to do with working more because no, money does not bring happiness. In this video we will tell you these 9 habits so that you can put them into practice right away. 1. Thinking about your relationships. The first habit is to analyze your relationships, identify the most important ones that bring you better moments, and try to preserve them. Cultivating meaningful relationships is never a bad idea. According to Harvard, to be happy, it is important to have relationships that are healthy. This involves setting clear boundaries, maintaining open and honest communication, and making sure the relationship is mutually beneficial and respectful. Reflect on what relationships in your life provide you with support, love, and positivity, and prioritize them. Focus on quality over quantity. It's not just about having a lot of relationships, it's about having quality relationships. Reflect on what are the truly meaningful relationships in your life, and dedicate time and energy to nurturing them. Sometimes having a few close, genuine relationships can be more rewarding than having many superficial relationships. 2. All relationships matter, even the smallest ones. The second habit is to work even casual relationships. And by casual relationships, we mean your neighbor, that friend of a friend you met and liked, or your yoga teacher. Any small relationship can grow, and leaving that possibility open is a habit that will allow us to meet more people and perhaps more friends in the future. 3. Talk whenever you can. Setting aside some time in our busy lives to have conversations with your parents, your sister, your friend, or even the cashier at the grocery store in your neighborhood is a habit that Harvard also recommends to be happy. Active listening involves not only hearing the other person's words, but also paying attention to their emotions, nonverbal language, and perspectives. Make a conscious effort to listen without interruptions, showing interest and understanding towards the other person. This can help build a deeper, more meaningful connection in your conversations. 4. Be kind and kind. It costs absolutely nothing to look someone in the eye and wish them good morning with a smile. It's not one of those Mr. Wonderful mantras, but rather a quid pro quo. Being kind and good people will not only make your day, but also everyone around you. Being kind and kind is not only beneficial to others, but it also contributes to our own happiness. In addition, it creates positive emotional connections. Helping, showing compassion, and being considerate of others strengthens social bonds and allows us to build meaningful and rewarding relationships. The quality of our social relationships is strongly related to our happiness and emotional well-being. 5. Learning to ask for forgiveness. Unforgiving keeps us in the situation of suffering that binds us to the person who has hurt us. And in the same way, learning to ask for forgiveness when necessary will alleviate our suffering and that of the person we have hurt, as well as helping us maintain those meaningful relationships we were talking about. Asking for forgiveness implies acknowledging that we have made a mistake or caused harm to someone. This helps us to be responsible for our actions and to reflect on our behavior. By acknowledging our mistakes and taking responsibility for them, we can grow as individuals and learn from our experiences, which contributes to our personal growth and emotional well-being. Ask all. Asking and asking for explanations of what we do not understand and what surrounds us helps to keep the brain active, and that habit is another one that Harvard considers essential if we want to be happy. Asking questions allows us to gain knowledge and learn new things. Continuous learning and personal growth are linked to contentment and happiness, as it allows us to expand our horizons, develop as people, and have a greater understanding of the world around us. Be generous and volunteer. Being generous with others contributes directly to our well-being by decreasing cortisol in the blood. Less stress, more happiness. Helping others and being generous gives us a sense of satisfaction and gratification. Contributing to improving other people's lives or doing good in the community can create a sense of purpose and meaning in our lives, which is linked to happiness. In addition, volunteering and generosity provide us with opportunities to connect with others and build meaningful social relationships. Contact with people and teamwork to achieve a common goal can generate emotional bonds and connections, which contributes to our happiness and social well-being. Showing ourselves vulnerable. Vulnerability is a tool that allows us to show ourselves as we are and makes those around us come closer and see us with the good and the bad. Allowing ourselves to have a bad day or be sad in front of others, to be vulnerable and not to repress our negative emotions but to learn to manage them, is one way to achieve this. Being vulnerable allows us to make authentic and deep connections with others. By sharing our genuine emotions and feelings, we create the opportunity to be understood and accepted on a deeper level, which strengthens our relationships and contributes to our happiness and sense of belonging. In addition, it also involves accepting ourselves as we are, with our human imperfections and emotions. This allows us to cultivate self-acceptance and understanding of ourselves, which is related to the improvement of our self-esteem and emotional well-being. Expressing our love. We are not just talking about saying "I love you" to our partner. Expressing love can be giving a hug to a friend, kissing our family, or telling them how important they are to us. Expressing our love, whether through words, actions, or gestures, can have a significant impact on our happiness and emotional well-being. Expressing love involves being generous and expressing gratitude to others. The act of giving and receiving love gives us a sense of satisfaction and emotional fulfillment. In addition, gratitude and generosity are positive attitudes that foster a mindset of appreciation and abundance, which contributes to our happiness and well-being. It is important to note that expressing our love should be sincere and genuine, and it should fit our own preferences and emotional boundaries. Each person has their unique way of expressing love, and it's important to find what works best for us and the people we love. The expression of love can be a powerful tool for fostering our happiness and emotional well-being, but it's also important to make sure it's authentic and respectful toward ourselves and others. In summary, Harvard University, through its long-term study known as the Adult Development Study, has identified 9 habits that can contribute to happiness and well-being in everyday life. These 9 habits include: these habits, backed by scientific research and longitudinal studies, can have a significant impact on our happiness and emotional well-being. By adopting these habits in our everyday lives, we can work on strengthening our mental, emotional, and physical health, and building a solid foundation for a happy and fulfilling life. It's important to remember that happiness is a path and not a destination, and that these habits can take effort and constant practice to integrate into our daily lives. However, the effort is worth it, as investing in our happiness and emotional well-being has lasting benefits for our overall health and quality of life. So why not start adopting these 9 habits into our everyday lives and work towards a happier and more fulfilling life?